This is awesome.
How's it going?
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, nice to see you.
What was important for me is to build this to look just like a Fallout vault from Fallout 4. So yeah, come on in.
Oh wow! Look at this.
Oh my goodness. That is crazy.
That's amazing.
So pure.
So slightly big screen there.
Yeah, it doesn't suck.
Whoa!
He's got the club light.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's kind of geek out a little bit there.
Oh yeah.
That's
so-
ridiculous. That is awesome.
So this is really what I patterned, as you can see, the room after is this whole.
Okay, this is yeah the red pipe, the yellow stripe.
Yeah. See that?
Oh yeah.
Just like you see on the walls. So I actually got the For America. I actually have the stencil out there. I just made the face.
So like that and then that.
Yeah.
The lighthouse.
You did a lighthouse.
But I couldn't get I couldn't fit the For America. So
Bill Howard, 4-year-old.
yeah. In that Vault stencil, I actually did that from hand. It was brutal to get that. It looked simple, but it was really tough.
Wow.
Yeah. So first and foremost is I have to have build space. And then if I can make it look awesome, then all better.
That's right.
Yeah. So and again, I had never done anything like this before. Like I framed it, I did the insulation, the drywall, all of that. I just had YouTube University and my wife's dad. He had done a lot of carpentry, and he kind of gave me a heads up, and I just went to town. It's actually Lego that made me more fearless when it came to this, because there's that creative aspect where you're just building things you don't know.
What's gonna go for it? Yeah.
Exactly. So I just did it. I was maybe dumb or lucky, I don't know. But I tried to put all these little Easter eggs just because it just makes it more immersive, right? So even like the pipes, it was a pain in the butt to put those up. But if anyone who's played the game, they'll immediately recognize that. So.
And then is that like a custom cover there sort of?
Well, yeah. So actually, it was white, but I just painted it.
Okay.
So, but yeah. So as I was building this, I was hardcore insulating it, and I'm thinking, this is gonna be awesome, and it's gonna keep me warm. But Claire's like, you're not gonna die, right? But yeah,
you cut yourself a hole to breathe.
Yeah. So I built it so it actually blows air out, so it keep it cooler. And then behind you, there's actually a vent down there.
Oh yeah.
And I put so that actually gives me, it's an air return basically.
So how do you organize your parts then? What's your general approach to that?
So it's actually, it looks organized, but it's not where it's going to be yet. Typically what I like to do is this, when I'm in build mode, this cart actually gets moved over kind of where you're standing right here.
Okay.
So I like to have everything within reach.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I usually, I'll grab a handful of this, handful of that. Sometimes I'll pull the drawers out and I'll just stack them with me. And but yeah, the nice thing about this cart is this is basically my plate cart, as you can see. It's like all plates.
Right.
I try to keep those all together, and then typically what I'll do is I'll organize things by, like tiles. I'll have a section for all my tiles. I usually like to do it by color. It just kind of helps out. And here's all the cheese wedges. They just happen to be in order. The coolest thing was this chair. Because, so check this bad boy out. This looks like it came from the game.
It does, yeah.
Ridiculous.
It was made in the 50s. The thing's a tank. It's just a
50s banker chair.
totally. And it literally looks like it came from. I got it on Craigslist for $40.
Wow. So how'd you decide on Fallout 4 then? Like what's the appeal of that versus other games you've played?
Yeah, so I actually picked up the first game in I think 96 or 97.
Okay, so
I was
it's been a lot of years.
Yeah, I was at Electronic Boutique and I was funny thing, I was browsing, I had no idea what it was, and I was like, this looks cool. And of course it turned out to be one of the best RPGs ever. So over the years I've been playing them all, and I've loved every one, and this one in particular was really fun. I got this nice build area. In fact, when my finances recover, I'm actually going to extend this desk. There's going to be another one just like this down that way, so it'll give me more build space.
Mm-hmm.
And the cool thing is, I got nice high ceilings, and I'm planning on covering the ceiling with this the sheet metal, so it'll totally because it's immersive, right?
Right.
And I feel like I'm in the game. The funny thing with the screen, my originally had a 32, which I thought was amazing. And this was our TV, and Claire's parents they moved to Arizona, and they had a 82-inch TV.
Oh,
and they're like, well, do you want this? And Claire's like, I don't know, it's kind of big. I'm like, yes, we want it. Yeah, right? So our old TV became a monitor, bummer for me. And then, obviously, this is really nice just to have as a secondary.
Yeah.
So typically what I do when I build is I'll be watching like Walking Dead or some anime series. Yeah.
Oh, I listen to podcasts. Other podcasts. Not our podcasts.
Well, yeah, no, of course not.
That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah. No, actually, I've done that too. I've watched interviews, and so I'll be doing something here, and I'll have reference material because I like to use reference. I'm very visual, so I'll use reference material over here, or I'll just be browsing as I'm building. So of course, the all-important refrigerator.
Yes.
So if you guys would like something,
Oh, there you
that's
go.
wonderful. Refreshments.
yes.
Amazing. Now you need like a little kitchenette over here, like a little hot pot.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is I have, I'm an IT obviously, so, and my background is a network engineer, so it's kind of nice. I got the house wired up.
Oh,
So
perfect.
yeah, so I've got Cat 6 cables going to my Xbox, and I have a Wi-Fi hotspot right in the middle of the house, just blankets everything. Because I'm a dork, my Wi-Fi is like Vault 155.
Oh,
So.
that's amazing.
A buddy of mine, he's like, I was telling him how much space I had to work with, and he's like, well, why don't you do a recessed wall? Why don't you build the storage into the wall? And I'm like, why don't I? So here you go. So basically, all the parts that I use, that I see with these Sterilite containers, is you can just pop them out, drop them on.
There you go.
And then just build. So that's kind of the idea. Is my most frequently used parts kind of group them in some kind of logical way that I can just easily grab them, build them, and then put them away.
Can I open like Chrome? What does it look like?
Oh yeah, let's just move it over.
Oh my gosh. So if I like type in like Beyond the Bridge.
We can fall off.
Do it, totally.
So like.
By the way, I couldn't believe how many videos you guys have done. It's insane.
800.
Yes, I do. You guys
You
suck.
gotta maximize it.
Oh, okay. This will be the biggest screen that I've ever watched anything.
This is meta right now, right?
Yeah, this is
It
I don't know why we just did. I don't know why I just did this. There's no way. I'm sorry.
It's good to know what our videos look like on a screen if that's
It's a really big. It's a really big.
Actually, that's a great backdrop.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah.
The one thing I didn't do myself is I brought an electrician. And what's really cool is I was telling him I was a gamer, and I'm like, I have this weird thing where I love to have heat on my feet. Like I love like space heaters. I don't know. I always have. So he actually put 3 circuits in here. So I have one dedicated 20 amp circuit for my space heater in the middle. I
Okay.
have 2 15 amps for all my computers, like specifically for the computers. And then he gave me a 3rd circuit for like all the lights and everything. So yeah, he was my partner in crime.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
great.
it was fantastic. Yeah, and I put outlets everywhere, as you can see. Like this outlet right there is actually on this switch.
Okay.
That's cool.
And then so I've got outlets down here. I've got 3 on this wall, 1 up there. There's 1 up there. Because what I planned on doing is the way I framed it out. I want to actually put a light out there. I want to have like some kind of like Vault-Tec symbol that lights up out there.
All right.
So I'm going to drill through the wall and put that on the outside. And then I've got an outlet behind you, and then 1 up there, right behind the. So yeah, I literally moved in here like maybe a week and a half ago, so I really haven't had a chance to organize much yet. I just kind of have the containers where they're going to be, and I just need to shuffle things around. But yeah, I like to keep all my foliage, all my plants kind of together, all my I guess would be profile brick
Yeah.
together, kind of that kind of stuff. So it just makes it easier to find stuff. I even have structure brick, like all the girders, stuff I use for structure. I got an opportunity to kind of plan out how even the flooring. I picked this.
It's like that playground stuff almost, right? Like this
Yeah, it's like
rubberized stuff.
it's like CrossFit. It's like 3/4 inch thick. It's like hardcore.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 4 foot by 6 foot. It's 1 sheet. I could barely lift it myself. It's
That's
really
crazy.
it's really hardcore. So yeah.
Gym floor, right?
Yeah, so it's gonna last forever. And then I just tried to put detail like in every nook and cranny that I could. The one thing that I wish I could have done differently is I would have moved this wall back maybe like 6 inches, because that would have. So what I planned with the desk situation is I wanted to have 2 corner desks. A corner desk here here and here.
Yeah.
So I'd be totally surrounded by my Lego.
Right.
Because my dream was to basically be surrounded by Lego and I could have everything within reach. So, and I was literally like 6 inches off of it.
Oh.
But the problem is there's a bulkhead. I mean, the wall is flush with the bulkhead up there. So really, I couldn't go back anymore anyway. So I was constrained with the building. So
Work with what you got.
yeah, I'm not going to complain. This is
Right.
space.
Turned out great.
Because it's in a garage, I wanted to make sure that if in wintertime, because it gets cold,
Yeah,
I want it to
yeah.
stay warm. So this is actually the old garage door. So what I did was I sealed the garage door with some thick plastic. Started with that, and then I built a frame, like a wall frame, and then I insulated the heck out of it.
Wow.
Actually, so yeah, I covered with plastic, and then I put styrofoam for sound deadening. Then I framed it out and insulated it, and that's kind of what you see here.
This really is like a bunker.
Yeah, totally, yeah. So on and everything, I insulated the heck out of everything. Even the back of this wall has like standard like out exterior insulation to deaden the sound and everything. Even this door though, this door handle, I found it on Amazon. It's like perfect.
Perfect design. Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes right with the aesthetic.
Yeah, you get this sheet metal at Home Depot. The cool thing is every part that I use for this, everything that I use is really cheap at Home Depot.
Okay.
Nothing's like super expensive. It's just common things, and it's the same thing I do with Lego. I try and do the most with as little as possible.
Right.
Like when you're building your structure using arches and you're using girders, I'm like, I don't want to break the bank every time I build something huge. So how do I maximize the brick I'm using? I use kind of the same thing with this.
Yeah.
It's like,
that makes sense.
so it's like
Functionalist, practical kind of.
totally, yeah.
Yeah.
So this stuff's used for roofing. It's really not that expensive. It's like $5 for like a 10-foot sheet of this, one of these. And then so for me, it's like I wanted to make it look like a steel column, so I did a 2x4 with a piece of plywood behind it to give it more depth.
Right.
And then I just covered it with the sheet metal, so it kind of gives it that look.
That's awesome.
I was pretty stubborn about how I wanted to look. I wasn't going to compromise.
Right.
It's the same thing I do with the build. It's like I have something in my head and I can't stop until it looks like that.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
sharing.
thank you. Appreciate
thank you
it.
guys for coming over. I'm glad we got to hang out a little
super
more.
interesting.
Yeah.
You did a great job with the room.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah. We're having a lot of fun with it.